of the things that you really don't want to be doing at the start of the downswing is firing your trail side forward. This is a really common thing that I tend to see with a lot of people that reach out for golf lessons. They tend to fire this hip forward like so. And then what happens is, well, it depends how that golfer compensates. They'll either continue to swing over the top, they'll either bring their arms down and get stuck because there's no space, or even start to get the club a little bit caught underplaying. So one of the really telling things of a very good pivoting action, in my opinion, is the sort of position of your trail foot, so my right foot. And one of the things that you're really looking for it to do is to sort of stay pretty close towards the ground. Now, if I just bring in an alignment stick here, because I think this is a really good drill that you guys could practice, and again, something that I get a lot of my students to do. What we're trying to do as we start the downswing is we're trying to get the feeling that the sort of pelvis is moving down in towards that lead leg, okay? So it's literally going down in towards the ground. That helps you shift pressure towards your lead side, but also, as you'll see, if we draw a line on the back of my hips here, we can see the way that as I'm going down, I'm also rotating, so my left hip moves back behind that line. Now, as I continue to rotate, you can kind of see the way that I can get into a sort of impact position where my trail foot stays pretty grounded. My heel might come slightly off the ground, but you can see the way it's not firing forward, like so. And that's very much due to the reason why that trail foot stays on the floor is I don't think it should be a conscious thought to try and keep your trail foot on the floor. But what I am saying is if you manage to navigate that pelvis moving down in towards that lead leg, what you'll find is that obviously the trail foot will stay on the floor. If you are somebody who fires that hip forward, then you'll notice the way the heel comes up in the air. And that's the big no-no. That's the big thing that you don't want to be doing, taking away that space. Because again, if you're trying to improve that ball striking, ultimately you want to stay down, get that right shoulder down, keep that right heel down. What you don't want to be doing is moving this way because it pushes that right shoulder up. And next thing you know, you're going to be hitting the top of the golf ball. So make a few practice swings with your alignment stick. Get a feeling for really moving that pelvis down into the leg. What I tend to do with a lot of my students then is get them to really exaggerate that same sort of feeling. Moving that pelvis down, you should feel like you're really lowering towards the golf ball. And then what you should notice is the way that that foot stays a lot quieter, therefore keeping much more space for your hands and arms to operate in, coming in towards that downswing position. So have a go. Let me know how you get on. I'll see you guys again really soon.